And a 3, a 2, a 1. We are live, I think. Here we go. Some more Planet Coaster for everyone's enjoyment. Man. I'm a little behind schedule today. The time change really kind of messed with my morning. Lost an hour of sleep. And then I proceeded to turn off my alarm by mistake. Well, not mistake. I meant to turn it off, but then I didn't realize that I lost an hour. So we kind of starting a little late here. How's it going, Sonic325? Always good to see you in chat. Always here for some Planet Coaster. Just like most people, but that's fine. Alright, so we're going to be working on the Italian section some more. It's the Greco-Roman area of our park. We'll probably finish up this restaurant is our first task this morning. For those of you who missed it on the last stream, we've been kind of upgrading and detailing out our little Italian restaurant over here. Adding like outside verandas, plenty of exposed seating, you know, little booths and things, tables, lights, garden-esque little spots. Hey, Mike. Gotta love that time change. Yeah, it knocked me on my ass. Pilot guy, howdy. Howdy, howdy. Okay, so let me pause that. And so, after we kind of finish up this building, let's take a gander here. We can either do some more interior work on some other structures, be that some of these shops lining the street. We could also work on maybe the interior bit of the theater house. I think this building needs an interior as well. We can continue work around the train station. I kind of want to redo this wall because it's not following this circle nicely. And if I'm going to build a low wall kind of going around this plaza or something to kind of hide the grass a little bit at least, then it would be weird if this wasn't following the same circumference. So that's something I want to try and touch up a bit as well. But yeah, go to Alpine Odyssey. I always love it when the train comes by the Coliseum here. Just like this. Always looks beautiful. Howdy, Candy, and save us. Alright, let's go ahead and hop right into this and see what we can do. Alright. Just making sure these spacings are about the same, and they are. So that's good. So in here, we might just do some booths. I'm gonna put a little bit of a facade over this structure. Just kind of make it match the rest of the building. I kind of want to keep some of its original, you know, box shape around it, because it does look modern and theme parky to do so. So I'm just gonna basically plaster up the wall. Train looks nice indeed, indeed. Alright, grab that, go across here. How's everyone's weekend going? We streamed for a while yesterday. And some, what did we stream yesterday? Oh, City Skylines, of course, City Skylines. So if you missed that, you can watch that. The VOD's always up on the channel. In fact, I'll show you guys what we made yesterday in case you missed it. It took a while, a bit longer than I wanted to because of some unforeseen mishaps in placing objects, but we went ahead and made this yesterday. So our ingoing and outgoing rail system into a large industrial area through here, parked, you know, rail cars along the tracks, detailing out a little bit of a yard over here. So that was fun. A lot of work. You've been playing a bunch of the Satisfactory Alpha. Yeah, I see you guys in Discord down there talking about that a lot. I don't know if I'm getting it or not. Still. It could be something to do. Could also be something to not do. Don't know. I'm kind of stretched to my limit on games already. We already cover so much here on the channel. Let's use world axis, which will hopefully straighten this up a bit. And right across to there. And then I need this, and this one I'm gonna do a wide line. You know, make it a little different. Let's try this again. Hey Joe, how's it going? Hey, it's a bus B. How are you? I don't know if I'm saying any of these names right today, by the way. I always just kind of roll with it a bit. Alright. That's all set up. Oop, autosave. Good old 5-minute autosave. Always lagging my game out a bit. I'm gonna put a door here. If I go to the right tab, that would be beneficial. And the reason is simple. We do have, like, you know, a path out here. So I do want to make it look like it is accessible. At least somewhat of the time. And then I also want to carry the door through, even though they won't be lined up perfectly. In fact, I could do this. I could off-center it, and like that. So make it look like there's a little crooked hallway in there. That could be cool too. Let's see if I can inset this and seal up that seam without having it poke out the other side. Good. Always good. Gotta check your exterior with your interior. Did yours just fine? That's good. I'm happy I can read basic English. Okay, so that's there. Do we want seating in this area, or is this just going to be an order hall type of deal? Just simply due to the park limitations, you know. These are going to turn into a little bit of a queue line and system. And if that's the case, then it might be a good idea. Curb. I thought it was curb, but it might not be. It might be in building, actually. Okay, it's not called curb. What's it called? I'm looking for the thing that blocks foot traffic. So they don't clip through this building too much. I think they will regardless. Sure. Path. No. Alright, where is that thing? I know I have those placed kind of everywhere a bit. Let's see. Do I have it down here? No. Great. I'm forgetting my own pieces that I use fairly regularly. Let's scroll this up. There's the barrier, but I want the other type. I mean, the barriers work, and regardless, we're gonna sink these in the ground, but still. It's on principle that I have to use these other types now. Since when did they add letter fireworks shapes? It's interesting. Here they are. Curb with a K? Really? Oh, you Britons. You guys. Who uses a K to spell curb? It's ridiculous. Alright, there we go. Now, hopefully they'll kind of take the, I wonder how my computer doesn't die when I start the park, because I leave it alone for about 20 minutes. In fact, on that note, I actually have to step away real quick. Which is fine. We're just getting started. So I'm gonna unpause the game. Leave you guys with a little bit of a view while I go run into the other room for a couple minutes. So I'll be right back. If no one asks, just tell them I don't really have any AFK card things set. So one second. And boom, we're back. Okay. The mystery theme is gonna be what? I don't know, so it's a mystery. It is a big old mystery. Is my log flume still going backwards? Is this still a known bug? By the way? Yes, it is still going backwards. Don't know why. Alright, back to the restaurant. Hey crew, how are you? Alright, everything is fine and dandy. How long have we been working on this park now? Years. Years on and off. I mean, not consistently. But definitely a long time at this point. I think I'll just copy like one table here. One booth. And then maybe hang up some potted plants. Call that a day. I'll never finish and my PC will explode. Really, I think we're kind of at the lowest performance I expect to find. I really don't expect it to get any lower than this. I expect the load time to increase when I come into the park. That's probably going to happen. But the actual park itself, I expect to stay pretty even keel from now on. Switch to close, test it again, and reopen it. I don't know. We'll find out. I think it might have to do with how many wagons we might have or something, because I don't know how that one extra one made it through here already. Autosave, please. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know what's causing that. We'll figure it out. I'm not overly concerned with it. The log flume's not even done yet, and until it's done, then kind of doesn't matter if it's a little broken. Alright, let's add some wall decor. Let's do that, and same thing on this side. Kind of bump that up there. This, I kind of want to flatten out the back side of this a bit. Can't stand long just staying high? Well, howdy. Let's go ahead and stop the dumb Z fighting from happening. These also need to be lowered a bit. There we go. Okay, nice. Let's think about lighting in this little area. Nah, I don't like that. I wonder if I should do some chain landing out here across the veranda a bit. Say like corner to corner or something. Could be a little quaint. And then maybe this side we'll just lower it down a bit. Nah, not on that side. That's okay as is. Grab that, and let's go to scenery and see if there's any good scenery lighting to use. Maybe that's just gonna be better. It's literally the same selection. They put lighting in scenery, but also in other places. Enjoy. Okay, well, we might have to... Oh, we could maybe do a chandelier or two. That might be okay. I mean, it's part of the pirate theme set, but we can kind of hang some off of here. Let's do one and skip one and then done. Just like that. Now let's test this at night. Not bad, could be a bit better. Some really dramatic low lit assets here. All right. Grab some more box lights. Can I make? You can't color the chandeliers. I wish I could. I agree. It would look a lot better. How about some path lighting in the bushes? We can see about doing that. Okay, that's good. This doorway. Covered a bit here. Angle these up a little bit more. Doing this some more. Now for path lighting, I'm assuming we're probably just going to use this. And if I color it like something like a copper on this one. Okay, then get this corner. Something like that. This one I'm going to move down a bit. Okay, now out. Come on. Maybe I wouldn't sign up front that says vineyard so people know this place actually exists. We could see about doing something like that. I think that looks pretty quaint. How's it look like from a seating standpoint? Pretty good. Let's grab another one of our lights here. I think if I take this back to the curb, that'll give us a nice soft light on the front here. Okay, I think with that, I'm gonna call this done. This building tentatively done. Just like most of our buildings, they might be done for a bit, but that doesn't mean we can't go back in and change some things when we want as well. Oh my goodness, I think your trick worked. The test and then relaunch it. It worked. They're facing the right direction now. What are we doing? We've been adding some lights. Which in the daytime look a bit janky, but that's fine. We'll see. We'll see if those stick. All right. What else? What else? What else? This will be a shop eventually. This down here will be a shop eventually. There's our stage. I haven't been here for ages. Yep. You know, I've been streaming every day for a little over a week now. I'm alive. Roller coaster today? Nope. Not even close to getting the roller coaster in. I think I'm gonna rework the Plaza for a bit because it needs to be done. So I need to come up with a better solution for this inner and outer ring here. Because these little metal fences look jiggy, especially with the textures not connecting. I don't think it ever would have worked. I'm fine with the pillars, they're gonna stay. Tell you what, I might You lost internet yesterday? Oh. Well, Howie. So I might just grab these. Let's do a multiple selection here and add selection to building. Now I can edit this as a building, which is good. stand this up. Get a smaller segment to work with. There we go. Really trying to clean up this edge. So we need to make it as smooth of a circle as possible. Oh, thank you. And then once we have this smoothed out, I can work on making this match the same curve. Which is a whole other process. Probably some sort of copy and paste function will have to be used for that. And you can see there's even areas where the grass becomes wider rather than closer together. And that's just the Planet Coaster pathing system at play there. So if I have to choose a line to follow, it's probably going to be the inside circle. Why not copy and paste all the pieces together? Because this is not a perfect circle. And there's some slight uneven bits due to how the pathing system in the game functions. So I would like to use a copy and paste and just rotate everything the same degree and make a perfect circle, but I don't think it would actually work. So I have to do it by hand. Do I have dark rides in the park? The only dark ride potentially is going to be the log flume. Other than that, no plans for dark rides. They're a pain to make, and I don't really enjoy making them. Okay. Just keep wrapping this thing around. It's a long process. All these little details just means time. It's not that they're hard. Sometimes this can get a little boring, and I'm sure it can get a little boring to watch, to be honest. Anything like this, where you're just kind of doing the same monotonous task over and over, can get a little repetitive. Should add a village fairground to this area. A village fairground in the Greco-Roman area? I mean, I don't know if that really fits. That sounds more like a European thing than a Roman thing to do. be honest. And around a bit more. Festa Italia at Busch Gardens. I don't know. I would have to see what that is. Let me. Well, I think there's a distinct difference between Roman and European buildings. So Italy is part of Europe, yes. But during the Roman Empire, I mean, was it really considered European at that point? It was, I would think it's considered its own thing. Same thing with like Greece. So Roman Greco is the theme, not really European. European to me is like more of a French, German, British, maybe some Swedish architecture. This is more European. This is our European section. So you can see it's like a later style of building. And more wood, less pillars. So that I think they're pretty different. If you didn't know any better, I'd be. You think I'm playing City Skylines? Yeah. Alright, so this is the arch that needs to continue through here. Yeah, I think so as well. I think the time scaling is really the main difference. So that's really where that barrier is going to be. Do I use toolkit items? No. Alpine Odyssey is 100% vanilla. No DLC items. It's just 100% main game. Do I juice? I'm gonna smooth out this curve just a bit. Because if it's the same circumference, even though it's on the outside, it'll actually just create overlapping circles instead of just a larger circle. So I have to adjust it a bit just to make it look a little bit more smooth. There we go, something like that. And then we'll have to fix the overlapping part too. Ugh. I wonder if there's a texture that I could just use to cover that up. Is it a European area or specifically European land that you created? So it's more like an area. So over here, there's a decent amount of like Swedish influence, Danish, Dutch, I believe not much French, if I remember correctly. I think this is kind of referencing off of a French building that I've seen before. Some of it's just kind of made up, you know, architecture. This palace is referenced off of an actual palace that exists. Specifically like the dome and these end pieces and the coloration of it all. This is a British train station, I believe. Design. Nordic Europe. And then here we have, you know, South America, Aztec kind of stuff, Greco-Roman. We'll have a water park up here, and then Japanese-Chinese theme over here, and then mystery area. If we ever get to any of that. Okay. How many of these would I have to add to make this an actual wall that covers up the whole grass? 4 wide, really? It's a pretty thick barrier. What am I most anticipated for? I don't know. For the whole thing to be done. Really. For this area, we'll probably do what we did, kind of similar up right above it. We'll put some benches along the exterior side of the line, I think. And then we'll try and put some garden across the top too. Just so it's not a giant slab of concrete. Like pretty much this whole middle area could just really disappear. Kind of like that. You get yourself a planter. A little annoyed that this is here, but to fix that, I'm just gonna put some brick underneath of it and color it roughly the same color. Unless it starts out roughly the same color, in which case, yay. So something just like this. There we go. Now you just don't get that green grass look. Actually, let's select this and this. Combine these. That way I can just copy and paste this over. There's one. We'll probably only get 3 seats on this, but that's okay. Two. Three. Not bad. I think that looks better. I will color this though, just to make it match this area in general. Needs to be a bit lighter. Sometimes material differences can throw colors off, even though they're the exact same. I like that. Yeah, I think that looks a lot better. Feels like it actually follows the curve of the sidewalk, finally. Instead of this weird, like, straight bend thing. Hello, Callum. Callum? I don't know. Now, it'd be nice to put trees here. However, actually, it's not terrible, but also probably not a good idea to have a tree there. Keep it low gardens. Because once the Asian area is across the water, I really want to be able to see it through the archway. And Poseidon being like the one defender from it. All right, grab some shrubs. You know, doing Let's Build and Let's Play series, it kind of feels like you are a Food Network person. You're like, okay, so, you know, we're gonna throw about 5 shrubs in here, put it in a bowl, mix it together. Now while that rests, we'll come over here, add some brickwork down, and then throw that in the oven for about 3 hours. Over here we have the finished product that I pre-made before the recording. And pop that out. It's just kind of one of those weird things. Sadly, not a whole lot shrubbery choice that we have for this. So we might have to do more of a flower pot as well in here. So if I do all, let's search window. Turn off align to surface because that's not a fun one. So we're only going to put these, I think, right behind the chairs. Just for a bit of a break. And my music stopped playing. It's food for your eyes. Yeah. Okay, that's not bad. I mean, sure, when you sit down, you're going to have to brush away some leaves and some twigs, but that's fine. Can't expect really anything more than that. All right, let's see. What's what's a cool soundtrack to listen to? Oh, this might work. Okay. So we got that. I think we need 2 trash cans on here. You know, Planet Coaster, I really like your game, but being able to choose exactly where I want my trash cans would be very nice. This whole snapping to path feature should never exist. Cool. Brought to you by people who's been complaining about it since the alpha. Let's see if I can't just line it up. I'm fine with that one. You might only get 1 out of this. Yep, they only get 1. That's plenty though. I mean, really, there's hardly any food items through here, so there's nothing that it's gonna really do. All right, so that's reworked. Good. Thumbs up. Should I need to put some sort of support structure for this path. Should probably put railings on this thing as well at some point. Let's finish this little fence. Same thing here. Okay, that's quaint now. Looking decent. Let's see if we can't get lucky, because I didn't build these to do so. See if we can't get lucky and hide some seating in these a bit. Maybe it'll hide one set of seating. How about the back side? I mean, that's crooked, so that's not gonna look good. That's straight, but they're gonna be like really clipping through there, so let's not do that. Okay, we'll try one. If it looks too wonky, we'll have to get rid of it. So here's the railroad track. It goes up to here. I'm going to, if I can select the dock, that would be good. Of a ramp here. And then we're going to grab some thicker bits of timber for this to kind of sit up on, because it is raised. About there. Okay. Let's go back to my fence choice here. Get these set up. And Now here, I'm gonna run the fence kind of like this. Right. Trying to get a little bit of an S curve in here. Doubt we'll get much of one, to be honest. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna have to realign these, but that's gonna be quick. Let's go ahead and make this its full height. You know, gotta make sure people don't fall into the train tracks. Apparently, there's been some safety complaints from you guys. Actually, maybe no lower support, and we'll just put some rocks. Rocks will work just fine. To kind of break up this texture here. Bird? Hi, bird. You're about as low poly and lowly textured as anything that I've ever seen. Holy cow. I'm pretty sure the beak is 3 triangles. Okay. That looks fine. Alright, what area do you guys want next? So we finished up the restaurant a bit more. I've cleaned up the plaza and train area a bit more. Should we do another interior? We could also add some covering along our pier out here. Could work on these supports as well. I mean, what do you guys want to see? It's up to you. It all needs to get done, though. So, if I choose, then I'm gonna just choose a random one. Sailboat next to the train track? No, that's not anything that I listed there. And why is sailboat? We have the trireme, which is down by the pier already. So I don't know if I want to make a whole nother boat for this area. That might be a little too much water interaction. Because if you think about it, each area has kind of one or maybe 2 elements at most. So we have, you know, the pier and the trireme. We have the splashdown area for the Aztec. The roller coaster and train station area interacts with the water. So I want to see a meter dropped in the middle of Lack. Okay, that's probably lake. Lake in a small tsunami right over the whole park. Yeah, that's fine. What'd you miss? Yeah, we finished up the Italian restaurant. We've been working on plazas and details. All right. No one really gave a solid choice out of what I suggested, so I'm going to just continue work on these areas. Actually kind of like the green here. Let's do online to surface. You know, I have not used this railing in what seems like years. Isn't it funny that like there's so many pieces that I just don't use that much? And then I tend to forget they exist, and then I overuse them, and then I find another piece to overuse. It's a little weird. You just like seeing me build. Well, thank you. This is why I don't generally use railings, or the default ones at least, when it comes to staircases like this. These are mainly used for balconies. So let's grab I'll just say like a board here. Stick this vertically. As it turns out, we might end up changing the color of these anyways. Just to match everything else around here. So go ahead and do that. All right, it's been confirmed. They're not going to fall off anytime soon. I think I can use these. For this direction just fine. Cool. Tell you what, we'll have to make railing for this section. It's just going to be a cleaner way to do it. Sure, anyone could easily fall over them. Well, then, you know, I'm sure we'll make them sign some sort of paperwork before coming into the park. Something, something, we're not liable, something, something, you know. Pretty standard laissez-faire answers. Bum, 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 bum. You know, it's kind of funny. I thought these pillars were in line with the path, but they're outside. So I was using like this as like its own beam, but turns out I'm not going to be able to do that. So, mistake. Okay. Alright, so annoying thing about this is trying to get this angle to be 100% correct. Because I can tell you now, it ain't gonna. It actually was much better than I thought it was going to be honest. I thought it wasn't going to work at all. Shows you how much confidence I have when it comes to my own buildings. Okay, and placed. Okay. And even though you say this is a low barrier, I mean, you know, it's easily waist height for adults, so. And luckily, if someone falls overboard, I mean, really, we have a boat here that we can send out and pick them up. I'll just have some people row it out there for them. Okay, so that's a little bit more grounded now. Good. I wonder if I should replace this with I-beams. Actually, I think it's under buildings, isn't it? These new, like, support frameworks. Okay, so it can't clip into the engine, so it needs space. Struggles of being 6'3". I don't know if that's a struggle or not. That just means, you know, you might trip over it rather than anything else. Okay, that's a pretty exact kind of connection, isn't it? Let's color it like a nice faded red. Make it a little rusty looking. Boom and boom. And then from there, I have this. Let's let the train roll forward real quick. It's gonna take it a second to go. You hit your head everywhere? Yeah. I mean, I'm 6 foot, so I don't know where you're going. To be honest, yeah, you hit your head everywhere. I mean, I didn't even have to duck that much when I was in Japan. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still had to duck. Hit your head everywhere? Oh. That's no fun. France and Corsica, I don't know. In the small villages, there's storefronts that are just small, like awfully small. And when you work in the cleaning industry, you tend to often forget those things. And same with working in rooms just under inclined roofs. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that's like really old architecture too, which I'm sure contributes. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna see if this thing hits anywhere at this point. Now that thing might actually wait there until the next train arrives. I'm not 100% sure. I would think the timing would be a little bit better. Alright, there we go. You're a giraffe. Clear. 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 No clipping via the train. At all. Look at that. Look at how precise. We're getting that through there. Looks good. Effective. Hey man, it's designed to fit what the only train we have, so. Oh boy. So we have all that. That looks good. So now we get to work on, let's see what we can do with this. How's the interior look here? Because I have a feeling this building is gonna have one. It's pretty spacious. Surprisingly. So we can knock out that wall. We'll build a door frame here. If we're gonna do that, I'm gonna have to get rid of this table. We'll keep the other table, which somehow is really far in the ground, which looks really weird. They should not be like that. Open a door straight into a wall. Hey, you know, it is what it is. Can't be perfect all the time. I mean, you guys have seen some of the other interiors we worked with, how messy they were until we cleaned them up. This one actually isn't too bad. And there is a lot of room. This one, roughly the same. Really, if I push back this mountain, we could probably put more room in there. This one might be restrooms. This one might turn into some restrooms. This one, probably some sort of shop. This one's gonna be the bar. Hey, gotta have a bar in every single one, you know. Is that a custom vending machine? Yeah, we made one. Made our own highly flammable custom vending machine. So it's quaint. We also made an ice cream truck. No gift shop because the exit of the theater. Well, I was gonna put the gift shop inside the main theater, like in here as well. So have this be the restroom so people can use the restroom quickly on the way to the theater. Have a gift shop inside the theater area as well. I think that makes some sense. Or I can put the bathroom in here and make this the gift shop. It's up to you guys. Which building do you think should have the gift shop? The entryway into the seating or the theater building? And which should have the bathroom? Can't have it both ways, sadly. I might need to put a bathroom up here in this restaurant area. I wonder if I could kind of clip one into here. I mean, there's plenty of room. Yeah, Atlas. Yeah. Yeah. Exit should be a gift shop. Entrance could contain a bathroom. Well, this is both. So this is the exit and entryway to go see the shows. Like, this is where the guests come in to sit down. This is, you know, you would probably where the actors would go and where the actors would get ready and would be considered the backstage area of the theater itself. Though we could put a small gift shop probably in the center and just claim there's like more than what you're seeing going on in the building. I don't know. I mean, really, how many props do you need to do basic Greek and Roman plays? Come on. Not a whole lot. Just probably like a couple people on the stage talking. I think I'm gonna make this the bathroom still. Actually, let's do terrain. I'm gonna flatten this whole thing out real quick. Okay, so that's not gonna affect anything. At what point will that affect something? Really, I don't think it'll ever affect anything due to how we have the shrubs kind of covering up a lot of the area. So we'll just dig down into here. About like that. Am I getting a noticeable performance increase? No. I mean, do you guys think Alpine Odyssey is gonna get a noticeable performance increase? Oh, actually, let's zip around here for a bit because I'm still on ultra graphics. What do you guys think? Is this a performance increase? It really comes down to the simulation, though. So again, my park is empty. I mean, how smooth does this look to you guys going across? I don't really have an FPS counter up. Yeah, if any park it would be good to test on, it would be this. I suppose so. I don't know. Maybe I should just be done with the park and hand it off to someone else to finish. Like here, you guys can finish this. I'm done. I'll retire from Planet Coaster. What'd you miss? Oh, just the normal stuff. Game. standard restroom block. You know, that kind of implies that they're going to... What's this? Staff building, hotel standard room. The crane claw machine and the vending machines really needed to be placed like the benches. So much better than this pathing system they have. All right. That poking out anywhere? Not really, that's good. Okay, so we'll probably make a door frame here. That's not ignoring safety protocols. That's called protecting your company. I think there's a big difference there. I mean, what if I have to just close down Alpine Odyssey because someone sues? Then you guys would never get any more Alpine Odyssey. Would that make anyone happy? No. No, it would not. What is this path from? Is this some of the original gray box? I think so. What are we doing? We're making a bathroom. Everyone's favorite pastime in Planet Coaster, making a bathroom. A nearly 200 fence? No. The park is 200 years old. That fence is brand new. Okay? Now, I'm sure the supports for the trains, the 200-year-old wooden, you know, supports for the heavy trains that go by on a daily basis, some of these are probably rotten out by now. I agree. I should really make a variant of Alpine Odyssey when it's done of just like it being repaired and redone because it's so old. Just throw tarps on it all. It's like, yeah, no, I'm down for maintenance. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna take these, split this from the building and lower it a little bit by hand. It's just a little too tall, I think. There we go. That'll probably work. So we can do some sort of ticket booth in here. Restroom back in here. Let's go look at our most successful restroom over here. Figure out what makes this successful. It's a classic brick wall, painted blue, very sterile. We got sinks, we got hair dryers using the speakers, plumbing, things like that. Windows to try and be mirrors. Okay. Wait 1 second. If I'm selecting this wall, what is over here that is also highlighting? These aren't considered the same building, are they? No? Okay. Just making sure. Autosave. Thank you. Brick. Let's see if we can't get away with putting the sink like right there on the back corner. And then we will, make the ceiling about 2 meters taller. What do you guys think the colors of this bathroom should be? I'm not gonna do the same colors as the last one. I don't think that would look right. I think it would look better if you made it a Roman Greek style. Probably. I don't know what that looks like though. Well, bathhouse is different though. I mean, they literally just crapped in a box. And it was stone with wood. So what I'll do is okay, I think I'll model it a bit after one of the old bathrooms in one of my family old homes. So we'll get it figured out. Gotta eat some food and work on cleaning those gold candle thingies I have to clean for a church. Okay, have fun. Have a good one. Okay. So, in keeping with some of the style, we're gonna have two walls be textured, the right and left wall, and then we will use smooth concrete everywhere else. Just so we have a surface to work on. Make sure none of this is clipping through. Or clipping through upstairs. Good. Okay. Let's do... I'm just trying to find a larger picture of what I'm doing. I'm American, but using the metric system? Or am I kind of an alien? No, I don't use the metric system. If you're talking about like using the metric system in like the game, I mean, I suppose I am. I don't really even really pay attention to how tall it is. Everything's kind of more of a relative size, I find. Okay, let's do something like that. So, all right, headers, footers, all that good stuff. And we will see what we come up with. So I would like to have this probably go all the way around the room in some capacity. As our base. there. Okay, put that a bit more. And this is going to sit on top of it. Oh my goodness, it's Rudy Ring Camel. I'm not such a wild animal as a camel, but how's it going, my friend? Yes, I am live. I'm actually pretty much streaming every day now, rather than making videos. How are you doing? Let's grab that. Doing great, apart from all the stress from our new flat. So you moved recently, huh? What's stressful about it? Should be like living it up now, right? Because you have a new place to live. It should be all good news, fun times. Unless you're like me and you have neighbors that are just crazy and noisy all the time. We had about 3 weeks and still not fully renovated since we did get it all from scratch again. Oof. I mean, do you live in like a really old, like historical kind of town or something? To where you don't have a lot of more modern-ish styles, or like is that a common thing? I guess is what I'm asking in the area that you live in. Or am I just a dumb American who's just like, yeah, everything's great, America, all the time? I don't know. Oh, I love it when I place something, but the game's just like, ah, you didn't click hard enough there. You failed. You lose the game. It's over. I know, just insanely hard to find a good flat to buy at the moment. And our new flat is in a house from the early 80s. Hasn't been modernized since. I mean, that's not too bad. I mean, I grew up in a house that was built in like the early 1900s. That was my house. So I feel like half my life was renovating that house with my parents. Everything is Victorian thing. I'm jealous. Let's use this as our sink. Change the color of the bricks now. grab all that. I had to make some sort of door frame here. Get rid of this shrub that is 100% clipping into our building. I just love it when you build a whole bunch of areas and then you have to kind of renovate it as you go a bit more regardless. Push that through. Very nice. Goodness, this park is never gonna end. How many pieces does it have by now? Over 300,000 pieces. I'm afraid to do part counts nowadays because the last time I did it, I think was it took a while. I think it took 20 minutes and the game tried to crash twice, so I haven't done it since. But yeah, over 300,000. Yeah, frame rate is pretty fine. I'm still running the game on Ultra and everything. But the park also has no guests in it right now. Last week when we streamed, I opened the park up and let about 13,000 people into the park, and that was a mistake. That was choppy and not a good experience. But yeah, with the empty, seems to run just fine. He has NASA's PC, actually. Look, just because I support some NASA contracts doesn't mean I actually have their hardware. I wish I had their hardware. It's pretty nice. But then again, I wouldn't put it past NASA to have, like, still using computers from the 80s. Be like, oh, it works, so we're not gonna fund it for anything new. Yours use graphics card by now? Yeah. I think I have a 1080. That's what someone that uses NASA hardware would say. See, I don't think I'll ever use anything other than NVIDIA for graphics card. Is there a way to visit the amphitheater for the guests? Yeah, so this is technically the entry for the guests to come in and to take their seat into the theater. And then there's also going to be a bathroom in here for them. We'll probably build the ticket booth out here somewhere in this lobby area so that they'll be able to purchase their tickets and come in for seating. I mean, there's no reason for them to come in here at all. Sadly, you know, Planet Coaster doesn't really allow you to just like put points of interest down. So you won't really get any movement up and around here, but that's fine. There's no good Greco-Roman animatronics. I would love to, but since there are none, it's just gonna be a blank stage, I feel. Now they will probably come up around here. I am thinking about putting some viewing sites here so people will try and take photos out from other areas in the park because it looks nice to do so. And I think we have some of those down here. I think these actually have built-in camera spots on them. So people, I don't know, make it look like they use our little telescopes for viewing. Did we ever finish this information booth? I think we did. It's finished enough. Cool. If Rudy's still here, how long has it been since you've seen Alpine Odyssey? A while? Flying around. Flying around. Okay, I need to get back to building. Alright, so we have that. Let's, since the parking lot. Look, after the parking lot, the growth of my channel just went rock bottom. Because people were just like, after that, they're done. They've seen it. Let's go back to my reference image here. Okay. Parking lot was main attraction. Yeah, that was peak Uthris, I think. It's just been downhill since. Come on, place. Game. Slide that in here, about like to there. Mystery theme should just be a parking lot. The parking lot theme, brought to you by Ford. Nah, it, well, if you think about it, the mystery theme is kind of related to that, but also not at the same time. I mean, for those of you who are here and who might know what the mystery theme is, because they've been here when people have guessed it or things like that, like, should I even bother trying to keep it a secret anymore? I don't even know. It's not an NASA theme, nope. You were here when someone mentioned it, but you forgot. I don't like that vertical pillar there. Let's do something like that. Bring this down to here. How can you forget something that important? I mean, it's gonna be like 6 years before we build it. So, I mean, really, is it really that important? If it never gets done, if I had clones, I would have followed it all. Yeah. Alpine Odyssey is the only thing that's important. Yeah. I don't know. I could just quit playing Alpine Odyssey today. Make this the final episode and be like, okay, it's over. It was a fun ride. I could. I don't know. No one else shows up for anything else. I mean, what's the matter? I'm not bitter. Not bitter at all. Y'all are only here this one freaking series. Where y'all want to stream City Skylines, huh? Or anything else? Stonehearth. Is this even to scale? I have no real vested interest in playing Co outside of Alpine Odyssey anymore. I have literally built everything I've wanted to make in this game. Okay, so our scale is way off. This is why we bring Archer Guy in. Like, yeah, I'm not a theme park enthusiast. I'm an architectural enthusiast, probably. This is such a grandiose bathroom now. Like, it went from feeling small and quaint to like giant. Just huge. My mini build series was awesome. I don't know. Make a grand staircase to the sinks. We're making a bathroom. Alright, so I think we're gonna have to use art shapes. Most likely. You'd live in this bathroom? It's a fancy bathroom, I will say. Let me look at this other one real quick. Because I need to copy its sink design. Forget what I used. So it looks like I used some display holders and the pipe and that for the drain as well. I used a trophy for the rim. Fun. 10 out of 10 on Yelp. This bathroom gets the best reviews around. Don't you know? Ding. 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 guess we can just cover this up. It's not sticking out anywhere. Nope. Good. Am I able to recolor the trophy? No, it's going to be gold because that's all we can do. It sucks, but it is what it is. All right, so this, if I can select them back here, here and nope, here. Let's deselect the trophy. Come on. D. Why aren't you deselecting? Okay, weird. Are they breaking their game again? That sync fit for a Greek Roman god and goddess, basically. I feel like this is similar praise that we were receiving on the other bathroom as well when we first made that. And then the drain. Shall go right there, across to there. Is it saving again? Oh man. I think I need to go to Western theme real quick. So I can find this, which is what we use for a soap dispenser type of thing. Lower cross. Yeah, I mean she would be rich enough probably for such a fine establishment. Okay. And then speaker. Good. And then we can use this for like some hand dryers. Don't forget to lock the butler in the freezer. I don't know what you're referencing there, but I may have to report you to the police at some point today. All right, let's get some paths. let's see if I remember how to actually do this a little bit better. Hold on, back this up. Back this up. All right. Good. And good. I guess that functions. It functions, might not be pretty. I might have to raise up the floor on this half a little bit just to kind of cover that up, which would be fine. And then we could technically bring a path out to here. And then I know some people wanted to see if we could get some benches. Set up in this area. We might be able to, we might not be able to. Okay. Tomb Raider 2 or 3, not sure anymore. When you're in the manor, there's a butler that follow you around all the time unless locked in the freezer. Huh. I didn't play the later Tomb Raider games. I only played Tomb Raider 1, to be honest. That was good times. Good memories from being little. Alright, let's see if we can't fit some benches here. I mean, they might clip through some of this, or a lot of this. But we'll find out how that looks over time. Let's go shops and scenery here. Find an ATM machine. Which will be used to probably buy some of our tickets here. Allowing for more access into this building, which would be good. Actually, let's move this. No. Delete. Let's try this again. How far back is this gonna let me place this? That's it, huh? Okay, well, that's just how it's gonna go. Cool. Food is about ready. I think it's kind of time to call it a night here. Have a good stream. Day, night, peeps. All right. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good night. Have a good dinner. All that good stuff. Let's split this from the building and raise this up until flush with there. Perfect. Let's design this door frame to be a little bit more interesting looking, a little bit more narrow as well, because it's just too wide of an opening, I feel. So we're going to trim it down. Probably just something like that. I have a feeling that pokes through, doesn't it? Yep. Always does. So we'll have to kind of create our own then. Something like that. Okay, that's way too tall. There we go. A little bit more narrow. And we can copy this over to here. Actually, let's change this a bit. Let's just get rid of these. I think that's fine. Effective. So I think we'll work on this next, the ticket area. We still need to do this interior for this bar. This gift shop up here. Then the other gift shop, which will be down in here. We need to do this whole structure. I'm probably going to build this whole structure from scratch because this was some test theme stuff that we were doing initially. And we might be able to find a cooler building to put along through here to have some more shops and food court kind of stuff. Eventually we'll have to build the area around the other flat ride, this little end street through to here, and then of course the roller coaster for this area, which would be a whole project in itself for sure. Roller coasters and flat and you know any rail ride is quite the big project. I mean, some people make whole series out of just building one ride. So that's pretty crazy that people do that. All right. I think those are things we'll probably tackle next time. So in the meantime, what I want to do, since Rudy asked earlier, let's go ahead and do a part count. We're going to do a part count for Alpine Odyssey. This might take a while. If you guys want, you can guess how many parts are in Alpine Odyssey for when we do this. And the closest person gets their name added to the free parking lot spot. Okay, and go. Oh, this is going to take a while. 308,400. 378,000. Wow, 378. If it's 378, I will cry. I will literally cry. Because I put down way too many parts here. I'll give you a hint. The last time I did this, I was at 298,000. It's been a little while since I've done that since, but I don't know if our part density has been really high either. Oof. Now, you can see this right here. This is why I don't do part counts a whole lot. Would I like to end the game? No. So it's already tried to crash once. It'll figure its shit out. $400,000? There's no way it's at 400,000. But if that's your guess, I'll take it as an entry. Right there. So again, if you guys missed it, we did do some City Skyline stuff. So we made this last stream yesterday. This whole little freight yard area. Cargo trains going in and out through here. We do have longer trains though, so a bit of a hassle to get all of this working, I found. But worth it. Definitely worth it to have a train going through the town there. Has it crashed yet again for round 2? Nope. Okay. Still going. Now, I think this takes about the same time as it does to load the map. Which is to say, pretty long. Watch it be 999,000. All right, let's I need some yeah, how's everyone's day been going? Hopefully pretty well. It's Sunday. I have to go back to work tomorrow, which is terrible. I wonder if I'm going to get a copyright strike for playing the Jeopardy theme song. Ah, who cares? Da 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 da. So based on Task Manager, it hasn't stopped yet. Does this mean you've missed the building portion of the stream? Yeah. 2.5 hours of it or so. What's up about Jeopardy, Carl? This song doesn't play for the grand opening. The grand opening is it's a lie and a farce and will never happen. So no music plays. I still think we have like the most parts in the parking lot. I think the parking lot by itself is 100,000 parts. I'm at a block for satisfactory. There's a bug with doing research on something that crashes a game unless you get a friend to complete the research. Oof. Shame, Palagay. Can't help you much, though. No, it's fine. Go outside. That's what I would be doing. If it was nice out. Still a pretty good game so far. I'm enjoying it. Good. I don't know if I can keep listening to the Jeopardy theme, guys. I'm losing my mind. I lost 20 YouTube subscribers today. It's a good day, let me tell you. Alright. Just listen to some northerner music, that's fine. The question is, can people guess what this song's from? Brings back some nostalgia. Though, probably not my favorite expansion. Nice weather we're having, that's good. I'm glad you guys are getting some good weather. It's still cold for us. Sounds like something Scottish is from a video game. If that helps. Howling Fjord. No. You're close. But isn't that Howling Fjord? You're one zone away, my friend. Must be something from WoW. Of course. It must be. Grizzly Hills? Yep. It's all Grizzly Hills. No, it's not Kingdom Come. Unless that's what you're saying you listen to, I don't know. I've never actually finished The Last of Us. I just watched other people play it. How much longer is this really going to take, guys? So it's been another 3.5 minutes of waiting. You see now why I don't do park counts anymore? While building up on Odyssey, do you ever get an idea to build an entirely different section park? No, not really. Alpine Odyssey kind of encompasses anything that I would have ever wanted to build in the first place. So the European architecture is something I really like. Asian architecture is something I really like. Infrastructure, hence the parking lot and the backstage areas. Aztec, South American, I thought I liked, and then I built it all, and I never want to do it again. That one was rough. The water park, it was supposed to be Greco-Roman as well, like Atlantis themed, but I don't know about that anymore. That might end up being more of a Hawaiian Islander kind of theme, most likely. Maybe Indonesia. And then the mystery theme is just basically infrastructure again. It would be connected, but like the architecture is completely different because the Mayan and Aztec is a lot of stone, but some thatch, you know, for more common buildings. But I decided to make maybe the Aztec area look a little bit more fantastical, like think like Road to El Dorado or something like that, but. You know, it's, would I build an Arabic section? Nope. Not in this one. I actually am very uninterested in that architecture. Because traditional Arabic structures to me, besides, you know, like the palaces and maybe some of the mosques, are, you know, smooth stone boxes. This part count is taking ages? Yeah. The game order tried to crash once. Let me just make sure in Task Manager it's still running. Yeah, it's still running. Where the buildings take 200 years and the part count takes 500. Yep. It's basically like if this were to be translated into like a proper blueprint, it would take longer to print the blueprint than to build the park. Here, I've been working on this too. This is the current build that I have in Atlas. That's been being worked on. Since we're still waiting on part count, I'm gonna just talk to you guys basically. Got our two little brigs down here. We got our fort over here on the left side, which looks cool. Must like boats. I love tall ships. I like the Age of Sail. It's a very interesting time frame, I think. Wouldn't mind some Atlas streams. Oh, look at that. There you go. 302,866 parts. 1,865 buildings, 6 rides, 20 rail rides. Now, that's just kind of duplications and things to make it look good, but we really only have one coaster and one log flume. Yep. Alright, closest person was Pilot Guy with 308.4. I feel like Pilot Guy already has a spot, doesn't he? Okay, This definitely affects your FPS when you select everything, guys. I don't recommend doing so. Alright, let's head over here. There's a sign over at the mystery area for you too. I thought that was John Guidry. Could be wrong. I don't know. There's signs for you guys everywhere. Your parking spaces by the garage. Yeah. Alright, well. Now to deselect everything, it's going to take another 20 minutes. So I think at this point, we're going to go ahead and end the stream here. Pilot guy already has a parking spot, and since he was the closest, I don't want to do the whole second place gets anything, because you were second place, not first place. So better luck next time to everyone competing in the park count questionnaire. You guys have a good rest of your weekend, and a week upcoming we'll be streaming more stuff tomorrow. And I'll see you guys later.